Welcome back, Trapped Offside. The international break is here, so I'm in my international gear, you know, living. Also, my hair is a mess. My hair is a mess, so don't. I know it's winter and
You
shit here,
can't
so
even
don't
try and
question my
finesse
bucket
that.
hat.
No,
Sorry.
I will let you finesse that. No, about his international
no.
gear. Finesse that. You just don't like your hair.
Man
Yeah,
looking
and,
like Ali G in the house.
But we weren't supposed to say that on live, but it's okay. I'll let you go first. I'll let you go first.
This guy looks like the top of a number 2 pencil. Don't come on.
Nah.
Hey, just because you're wearing your school T-shirt doesn't mean you can.
Cool, come on.
Burton's Ali G in the house, man.
Well, go on.
Anyway, it's been a while since we got back. Good to have the banter back. We have to talk about the transfer news. The window's closing tomorrow. We have I think last week's games that we can touch on. I think we can start with the transfer news, right?
What transfer news? What transfer news?
Yeah.
I have a lot of outgoings.
What do you guys have to say about this transfer window?
It was so quiet. No noise, nothing. It was just so quiet, this transfer window.
Newcastle's made more moves than any other team combined.
Yeah, but that was expected. But I'm just saying from the big clubs, apart from Liverpool, who just signed.
It seems like Arsenal's losing everyone they go after, right?
It's not even that. We're just like
sending people on loans to get more postponements and shit.
Nah, you can see how happy Jithin is. His club signed 2 people.
No, I don't understand. There's
Bentancur and Kulusevski.
Kulusevski's completed?
Yeah, completed. And so is Bentancur.
Oh.
I
think Kulusevski is like pretty much a done deal.
But to be honest, they're getting all their like last resort targets.
Yeah, exactly. Traore is like, I don't want to be here.
I really don't think that's Conte's priorities, by the way.
No, I don't think
just
they are.
signing players to.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happened when Conte was at Chelsea. And
he didn't get his signings.
He asked for like Virgil van Dijk, he asked for Lukaku, and then he got like Morata and Drinkwater and Zappa Costa. And then he got pissed off and he left.
And he got rid of Diego Costa.
The same thing's going to happen.
Didn't it happen to Mourinho at Tottenham as well, though? All these players that he wanted and just Tottenham couldn't sign them. Like, all right, you can banter Arsenal as much as you want, but we're going for like 75 million euro players or 75 million pound players that don't want to be there.
They don't want to come.
I mean, Kunaal, like everybody wants 75 million pound players, but not every 75 million player wants bloody Arsenal. That's the problem.
It's just one that.
Let's call it spade a spade. Don't be like we're all going for them. They don't want you.
Yeah.
They don't want Arsenal.
It's just one guy that doesn't want Arsenal.
I think the happiest person at the end of this transfer window is Van de Beek. I think we're going to finally see
Premier No, League. Listen, I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for him.
He deserved a move. Yeah, he deserved a move. He needs more playing time. And I think
he's playing time in general.
Palace, actually. I think he was going to Crystal Palace, actually. But it's interesting to see. Apparently, Lampard had a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Because he kind of sees Van de Beek as him. Apparently, from what I was hearing, is like he sees himself like Van de Beek as a player like him, arriving in the ball late, playing deep, moving the ball around. So it'll be really interesting to see how he fits into this Everton system. And Everton is shit, bro. Everton is bad. So
I mean, they don't have like a
turnaround.
Their squad is all right, to be honest. They don't have a bad squad, but I just don't know what's wrong. They probably just need the right.
They don't have a very good squad. They have quite a bad squad.
No. I think their squad. Their squad was decent, but it was built for Ancelotti. And then obviously they then had other people who have now come because he messed up. He went up to Real Madrid, and those guys don't know how to use the same players. So now it's like what happened at United in all our signings. We just got a mishmash of different.
Listen, Aston Villa made some good transfers too. By the way, I just wanted to get that in. Aston Villa, man, they're looking good. They're looking good with their transfers.
Yeah, like Aston Villa more. They're getting transfers more for like the depth of their squad rather than like first team. So
I mean, no, man, they got Digne. Digne went directly into the starting lineup. Then Coutinho is directly into the starting lineup. And I know he's been looking for a few more. From what I'm understanding, in the summer, he's trying to get Suarez. I don't know how far that is true, but he's trying to get the band back
which Suarez? Because we've always gone.
No. Listen.
The 40 million plus
Arsenal,
£1.
Only Arsenal. Suarez is coming, and some guy Dennis comes in.
We got a Suarez. We got a Suarez when we wanted to.
But no, just to go back on the Van de Beek point with Lampard, I think the one thing that Lampard was really good at on the managerial side was persuading players to join club that he manages. Like he did it with Havertz and with a couple other players I know. And from the reports inside Chelsea, a lot of them say very convincing when it comes to persuading players to join the club. So I guess he was very close to Palace, but then maybe Lampard had other plans for him, and he decided.
I really agree with that. I think that there's something about younger or players who have recently retired going to coaching roles and having that great connection. You look at Solskjaer, you look at Lampard, you look at what's his name, the one at Aston Villa, Stevie G, and then you ask yourself, what happened to Arteta, mate? And you ask yourself, what happened to him? What's happened to him? What's going on?
He convinced what's his name, Odegaard, no?
I don't think Odegaard needed any convincing.
We've convinced Saka. We convinced Saka to stay. We convinced Emile Smith-Rowe to stay.
You did.
Yeah, but Xhaka never stays.
Not Xhaka, Saka, come on.
He convinced Xhaka also to keep the captain's armband.
I say that. I say that in jest because you guys did get Aubameyang. You got a whole bunch of really good players. I'm just kidding.
You know what I think it is? I think
under Arteta.
Aubameyang was under Wenger.
Really?
Yeah, Oba was under Wenger.
And the end of Wenger's era, at the end, almost at the end.
January transfer too. Yep. So tomorrow maybe something's gonna happen.
Yeah, news is Oba is in advanced talks with Barcelona. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how far that's true on a loan move, I believe. So that'll be interesting to see how he fits.
And Eddie and Katia potentially to Newcastle as well. So basically, we're just giving players away.
That's okay. Maybe he can build it in the summer.
Man, it's the same thing with United. They're just letting players go left, right, and center.
No, but we need to. We need to, though. We need to. We need to empty the balance the books and everything.
They're both
but okay.
They're all loans,
but you guys are not bringing anyone in. Don't you need the squad depth if you're going to?
Man, they have a deep enough squad if you think about it. I think there's
Burton is right. He has a point.
Martial is gone. Depth. Who else is gone?
Greenwood is gone now. Greenwood is gone.
All considered gone.
And Diallo is not there.
Van de Beek is gone.
Yeah, these
Phil Jones is about to go.
Phil Jones, Eric Bailly might go.
But guys, hold on. In every one of those positions you mentioned, we've already got a like for like.
Yeah, and these
in every single one.
No, I'm talking about you have the first 11, but if you're trying to go far in the Champions League, you're trying to fight.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So strikers. Yeah,
guys aren't even coming off the bench.
That's it.
Yeah, but a couple injuries to key players changes everything, man.
No. I don't think so. Strikers. For example, we have Ronaldo, Cavani, Rashford can play there. Okay, that's three. If you want to look at wingers as well, there's enough depth for United.
Who's your backup left back?
What's your replacement?
We have two. What's his name? Alex Telles and
Luke Shaw.
Luke
Shaw and Telles.
And then right back.
Dallo,
AWB and Dallo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, those positions, it's fine. It's just the attacking players that are.
They had so many surplus of attacking
players. I'll be honest with you. I think the problem with us is right now we're in such a transition. Okay, if you're gonna bring anybody in this window, it needs to be a CDM, someone in the holding back position.
Also,
so if I'm getting anybody, it would be there. However, the problem is we're not sure who's going to be the coach at the end of the season. So you cannot put an investment behind it. So I understand what it is. At the same time, I understand the fact that we might be losing too many players. But, I mean, we've created the situation by keeping hold of them earlier in the summer. We should have let Jesse Lingard go earlier. Yeah. Martial should have had more game time, obviously. Yeah. And, I mean, we got rid of Dan James, but I think Donny van de Beek cannot even get a sniff of the starting lineup. So, he needs game time.
And even Lingard, the manager.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lingard should have gone in the summer, I believe, he was not going to displace someone like a Bruno in that position. Bruno, Fred, and McTominay were always going to be the staple over there. And Pogba, there's still Pogba to come in. Do you see what I mean? And I'm pretty sure our social media are going to market Pogba as a new signing, honestly. But that's what they're going to do. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the situation. I think that's why it's a very tricky situation, because you don't know if a manager who comes in the summer would want the person that Ragnick wants, and to put 50 million down at this point, because usually January transfer window, it's hard to get like a really cheap deal, for a good player. And we
I don't think long term is like.
Okay, but speaking of this, shouldn't they? Sorry, Jithin, go ahead.
No, go for it. Fine.
I was gonna say, speaking of this, if they know that Ragnick's not gonna be there, shouldn't they already be planning ahead, knowing what they need and knowing which man?
But they don't.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't they be already planning for the
sure
Kunaal, that should be doing the right thing, but right now, if you've seen us how we've been moving for the past 7-8 years, we don't know what the hell we're doing, honestly. All right, Ole was just supposed to be an interim. These guys gave him a permanent job, and then we are looking for recruits after that. Unfortunately, that's the state of the matters in the club. They should be doing that. They're not doing that, and that's why I'm hoping that Ragnick stabilizes just that process and structure of how we do business, because it's horrible, guys. Honestly, we pay way over the price for a lot of players. Like, for example, just take Maguire. We got him from Leicester for 80 million. And these guys built a training facility with him, man. It's mad. We paid over the buck for a lot of players. We just don't know how to do business. And
that's the English tax, though. It's not like Chelsea hasn't overpaid for players. It's not like Arsenal hasn't overpaid for players that aren't producing. So I think that's a common thing.
I think the real issue, the real issue at United is who we're actually signing. Because if we look into the Ferguson era, he was never signing he signed a couple like global superstars, but it was very rare. Like like Berbatov from Tottenham. Like there were a few, like, apart from
Tevez.
That, he normally but even Tevez came from West Ham, right? So it's not like we're going after like big. Whereas now we're trying to like get 80 million Maguires. We're trying to So I think this is part of the issue. I think we're trying to. But having said that, those signings were great for the commercial side, which is why I know what's his face is leaving. And look, it's not. It sounds like, he's done crap, but he's actually been pretty amazing for us. Financially, he's been amazing for us.
Who? Pogba.
No, not Pogba. The chief executive.
Sanchez?
No.
Woodward.
Yes,
Woodward.
exactly.
Ed Woodward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's been
financially he got us really well.
Financially. So it depends on how you look at the football. If you look at it as a company, Man United has been one of the most successful companies for the last 10 years. Ridiculous. But if you look at us on football terms,
we're in the football business, mate.
Are we not?
Exactly, and that's my problem with it. We are absolutely.
At the end of the day, we're football fans, right?
As fans, we are.
Exactly.
As a club, they probably don't give a shit.
I mean, you'd say that. No, Ahmed. I mean, like you'd say that, but without the financial side, we'd be Arsenal, not being able to pay for real players. So at the end of the day, like, it's so important how much money we can make and how much money we can spend, and this is like it's so key.
SHEGZ, but I think there's a balance. There should always be a balance between that, though, man. There should be a balance with that. Fergie was able to do that. I mean, you remember
wants to kill me, by the way. His eyes are getting daggers.
We were getting players like, remember Anderson coming in and the Raphael and his brother coming in. But that's what I'm saying. You need to have a balance. But for that, you need to have a football mind at the helm so you can balance it out. And when you have just a company mindset, that doesn't kind of what's the word? Kind of merge with the football side of it, with the coach dealing with it, what kind of players we need for our system, and that's the problem.
Fully agree. And I think the reason I actually made the joke about Arsenal was not even because of Arteta. It was actually before him. Like the last 7 years, I think, of Wenger's reign, you guys were not signing anybody because you were building a new stadium. You were doing all of that stuff, and honestly, nothing was really, and that's what we're afraid of.
I'm not even that concerned about the signing of the players, because I understand players sometimes just don't want to play for certain teams. That doesn't matter. To me, the biggest issue is Arsenal's had so many freaking players that they've sold for pennies on the dollar, where they could have sold them months before for like 40. Like Xhaka got someone came in for like Xhaka for about 30 million euros. And they're like, no, we want to keep this guy. And eventually he just turns into this shitty player that Roma. Guendouzi.
Arsenal used to make really good deals though before. I think,
but since
Adebayor, Samir Nasri,
No, but even
Giroud
if you go back
cheap.
to like Robin Van Persie, you're talking
Fabregas.
Yeah, Fabregas, Van Persie, who they used to get steals before, and even United, to be fair,
No,
like
we still have good
Thierry Henry too. Thierry
we still
Henry
have
too,
good
man.
steals though. Like Gabriel, we got him for cheap. Martinelli, we got him for cheap. We have these academy players coming in. Obviously, they're not the same level of players.
Those are still to be proven. But I mean, in terms of like quality players, like all these that I named like previously, Arsenal used to do really well.
How many of those exist now, though?
Well, I'm talking about like really long time ago.
No, I'm talking about in general in football. How many players? We're talking about like a 21-year-old Vlahovic that's going for 75 million euros.
Yeah, but that's because Arsenal are in a difficult position now. At that time, Arsenal were top 4, and all these players would have joined with no problem.
I'm not talking about like just Arsenal specifically. I'm saying how many opportunities do teams actually have to sign someone that class for that cheap anymore? In general.
But that's the nature of the business too, with all the TV rights and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead.
I actually fully disagree with that. I think, like, look, you look at what Ajax has done. They continuously do that. You look at Red Bull Leipzig. You look at there's so many teams who still
Lyon, Marseille, Leicester City, Southampton.
That's where scouting comes in.
Exactly.
And the clubs with the top scouting systems are able to still get these deals. And to be honest with you, Arsenal still do that like once every now and then, like with like Tommy Asu or like these random people they find from like nowhere. Nobody knows them, but they come in the league.
Wolves as well. Like Wolves as well have been absolute snipers in the their transfer market. Like this
I like Leicester's. I like Leicester's.
Yeah, Leicester as well.
Tielemans and that defender in the back. What's his
Fofana.
Fofana. Yes, Fofana too. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so I think the possibility is still there. I just think the big clubs, similar to what we're saying, are trying to do the Man United, which is get the big signing, like a big Pogba, who they know will sell shirts, who will sell direct on social media. And I think that is where the real friction is. But if you don't mind, can we switch to like the Chelsea boys? Because obviously there's the new FIFA rule coming in next year. And that's scary times for you guys.
No. From what I read, we've already been going by those rules.
Really?
Before we go to Chelsea, I wanted to go back to United. You guys signed Ralph, fine. You know it's temporary, fine. There's no harm in still buying players that you think can potentially get into the team, even though you don't know who the manager is going to be.
Or even bringing them on loan for 6 months.
But if you get a really good manager in the summer, you can always use the good. If the players are good, you can always use them. Just like how Tuchel did.
The problem is...
Wait. 1 minute. Lampard bought all these bunch of players spending out of his ass. Ziyech, Werner, Havertz. If you have a good manager, you can always try to make use of it. My point again coming to, since your plan of signing this temporary manager's bullshit. I don't understand the sense out of it. I can't make sense out of it till date.
Yeah, because no top manager wanted to join at the time. If you don't
fair
have
enough.
Option.
Whatever. Okay. Now you don't even know who's going to be available in June. Maybe it's going to be Pochettino for all I know. It looks the most obvious Pochettino. I feel you can gag as much as you want, but it seems like it's going to be Pochettino.
Yeah, Jithin's favorite ex-manager.
Keeping that in mind, that's Conte. No one takes Conte's place, yeah? And Mourinho.
Finished. Favorite Tottenham ex-manager.
Both Mourinho and Conte, Tottenham. Conte's gonna leave soon, don't worry.
There's a pattern emerging, guys.
Thomas Tuchel's new pet, Antonio Conte.
Oh, damn. But Jithin, just to answer your question.
Yeah.
Just to answer your question. See, I agree with you what you're saying, a good coach, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe we are not finding the profile of player we need. Maybe they're not finding a profile. Yes, I want somebody in there, but if there's the profile that doesn't fit the club, it's no point putting it in. So I'm like, you know what? If you don't find the profile of player, it is what it is.
No, and also you're in January.
Then you go
summer window.
Okay.
You're in a January window.
Fair enough.
You're not going to sign top players, right? The best you can do is sign players to see you through to the end of the season, right? The next 6 months.
But my point again.
Okay. Yeah, go on.
My point again comes to this: you're not in a good position in the league.
Nope.
You're not buying any players. Fine.
Nope.
You might not have, if you don't qualify for Champions League. You see how all this is going to backfire to you guys, right? You
Absolutely.
might lose many more big players. SHEGZ, no one's going to stay just not to play Champions League and pay.
One second.
Let's look at historically. Historically, when we went to the Europa League, we signed. We did bits. We don't care. We're Man United.
United.
It doesn't work like that. I'll be honest. It doesn't work like that. Not with United.
Things are changing, bro. Every club is catching up. Every club is increasing quality. Every club is getting much better. Every game in the Premier League is so closely fought. There's no run over games going on anymore.
I agree with SHEGZ.
Unless you're City, right? Unless you're City.
I agree with SHEGZ, though.
I agree. I'm just saying.
I agree. All the if United have the aspiration to get certain players, they're going to bring them in. They could have brought in Sancho like when they were in Europa, but they just didn't want to spend the money on him. They could have brought him in, but they didn't want to spend it.
Man, Sancho deal was going on since Bert started his Romano page, bro. It's been going on for fucking 3 years.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They could have brought him in then. It's just
United.
The club doesn't have the aspirations to get those players in right now. Doesn't seem
I think the issue is that United have a very reactive board. They don't plan ahead.
Not proactive, they're reactive. Yep.
Yeah, they wait until the last minute to make decisions, and that's why
hence we have bad decisions.
And then they're forced into certain decisions, and I think it's the same thing with the players. Like they're trying to wait for the right profile. Although I feel like in this window it is the right decision because first of all, it's January. You're not going to find the right the right players, especially for long term, and then you also don't know who your coach is. So and you have apart from a CDM, you have a very thick squad, I think. So
exactly.
Yeah, so
the one thing I would say though, last time January transfer window we got Bruno, but like we had looked at him over the summer.
But that was
But we had injuries also in the midfield at that time,
and
so it worked perfectly.
To get like Igalo or whoever, like you guys wait until the final moments just to like.
Jithin, but I get what you're saying.
Why I'm raising? Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Go on.
Why I'm raising this point is because clubs around you are strengthening their team, are getting better. Yeah. So it becomes much more riskier for you guys to go down this path. Look, Kunaal, there are so many more teams fighting for top 4 now. Who are coming close. Let it be Arsenal, let it be Tottenham, let it be West Ham. They're all there. They're about to just fight. And you never know what's going to happen in the next game week. You never know. You cannot predict a result of any game that easily anymore, other than if it's Norwich and all those teams, But that's what makes me worried about being a friend of a United.
But all they need is a CDM. What else do they need, right?
No, apart from
you guys need anything else?
No,
a strong enough squad.
Sorry, Ahmed, continue.
But Jithin, I get the principle of what you're saying. Yes, you're right. We are, and I'll be honest with you, at this point, as a Man United fan, I got to accept the fact that we are way off the pace of the 2 best teams in the league, which is City, all right, and Liverpool. And that I believe that's where we are. They keep going up, and we're rebuilding, and we are far away from getting to the pinnacle. So I get what you're saying. And yes, you're right. In the summer, we will lose players. However, the only thing I would say is, as SHEGZ said, we are Man United. However, our name will always be there. It'll still be in the top 4 or whatever. We'll always be expected to compete. But will we compete? Nah, that's a different story. Do you see what I mean? We just have so much expectations as a club to get there. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think what SHEGZ is saying, that Manchester United as a club still have the power to pull players, even if they're not top 4. That being said,
No, but Jithin was saying, but Jithin was saying more about the fact that we're not improving. We're getting so far from the top.
Right.
So I get what he's saying. We're losing players.
I still feel that United are going to make top 4. They have the squad. Are the other squads that are competing? They still have.
But it's top 4. But it's top 4 good enough? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. Your standards. But I am saying the standards have dropped, and exactly, Jithin is right. The standards are dropped because we're not doing the right things at the right time, analyzing the players we need, being proactive, seeing what we need. We're so reactive and dwelling on the fact that we're Manchester United. That's where the problem lies. You cannot dwell in that.
Right now, you have to look short term, right? Because you don't have a manager, right? And your realistic goal this season is top 4 plus the trophies you're competing in. That's whatever, the FA Cup, Champions League, whatever. But realistically,
but that's not good. Just always be having short term. That's not as Manchester United.
I mean,
but you have a
right now,
you have a
right now,
6-month manager. It has to be.
You don't have a choice.
No, right. So what I'm saying is right now, yes. However,
exactly.
if you've seen ever since Ferguson left, we've been making the same mistakes. You know, it's not changed. We keep bringing one manager, getting players, then another manager who doesn't like those players and getting rid of them. And we have a mix of so many different players, man, in our squad. So how can you build a system that way? And that comes back to the structure and organization of the recruitment. Our recruitment is really bad. If our recruitment structure was good, we would have been fine at this point.
Tell me one manager that did not get the players he wanted. Mourinho got the players he wanted.
No.
Solskjaer got the players he wanted. Solskjaer got all the players he wanted.
Solskjaer is probably one of the only people who got the players that he wanted. Louis van Gaal was getting manager. Derek Moyes, Louis van Gaal were getting second and
Derek
third
Moyes?
It's the second coming of David Moyes.
Derek. Yeah, David, not like David Moyes. Listen, yeah, so David Moyes, Mourinho wasn't getting his first targets. He was always getting third or fourth. And only Ole
David
was
Moyes
getting
got
his
first
targets.
Target, Fellaini.
No, but this is what I'm saying. And that goes back to this terrible recruitment. Like, really, Fellaini in our squad, Snyderland, you know, players like that. It just didn't make sense. We have, it's a snowball effect. It's impacting us now. And we're going to be at this point for another 2 years, I say, until we actually get a solid manager and a solid structure behind the manager. And I'm talking about like on the recruitment side, scouting side, you know, and preparation side. We are not run as a football club. I said that before. We're not being run as a football club. We're being run as a company, and that's the problem.
So I think that's why they actually brought Ragnick in, and that's why he's got the 2-year consultancy. So I think the building of that structure is what's going to actually take place. I think you're hopefully going to see a new Man United, is the prayer and the hope, by September. Because by then Ragnick would have gone and started doing his recruitment and just started doing bits behind the scenes. We'll get a new Erik ten Hag who's going to take over. And once that happened, look, man, I didn't ask for the laughter. I didn't ask for the laughter. I didn't ask for laughter. I'm just stating facts. I'm just stating facts. I don't want laughter. I'm stating facts. Straight facts.
Ragnick just signed his retirement plan, yo. That's all that he did.
Once, look, guys, look, I'm telling you something. So once Erik ten Hag takes over, and then Ralph Ragnick goes behind the scenes.
Sancho is going to get to Salah level.
Wait,
that's it. Sancho's going to start
what team is
all
he?
day, every day. We just
what
need
team
the
is
right
going to
coach.
take over?
I'm sorry?
What team is he going to take over, Ten Hag?
Manchester United.
Are you sure?
Yeah. That's who. What? You think he's going to come to Arsenal?
This is my prediction. My prediction is Ragnick's going to be like, there's no better manager than me right now, and just stick it for another year and a half.
Nah. I think to be honest, this window has shown us that he's definitely not going to carry on with the job. I think if he was going to carry on with the job, we wouldn't have given all these guys up. Yeah, it'd be a whole different ballgame, I think. So I think this is what it's actually really shown us.
I think you guys are getting David Moyes or Mauricio Pochettino.
Now David Moyes could be hella shrewd, and I'm here for that.
No, Derek Moyes, man.
Derek.
But everyone they sent out this window was only on loan.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Nobody came in. So I don't think it has anything really to do with Ragnick. I think it's just
balancing the books.
Yeah, they just want to get some wages off the books for the time being.
I think it has a lot to do with him because he's like, I don't want to sell somebody like Van der Beek if the next coach wants to play like heavy possession. That's the who I want to let go of. So instead of like trying to build a team for whatever, I'll just let them all go out and learn, get some game time, get some like nice YouTube reels that the new manager can watch and make some decision on who you want to play in the starting lineup. So I think this is why we're going down this road. But it's okay, guys. Look, we're Man United. Look. You said transition. We've come second and third the last 2 seasons. Look, transition. We're Man United.
You're gonna come fourth now.
I don't mind, but we're Man United. We got history on our side, mate. Got history.
+1 every season.
That's what we want. That's it. Just like you talk about history. That's all.
Facts.
I
can't wait to see Ronaldo do so in the Europa League. It's gonna be...
Look. You say that, but if we win the Europa League, who's going to be laughing then? Because then we'll have a trophy.
Which Europa League?
You can't go.
You're not even in Europa League.
No. I mean for next year. I assume that's what you were talking about, right?
So you're talking 2 years ahead now.
No, next year, right?
It won't make next year when you go into the Europa League. And then
that's what you said.
The following year, you want to win Europa League.
No,
so
easy, bro.
I'm
saying
in
next
April
year, if we have to go to Europa
2024,
League, we're gonna win it.
In April 2024.
Or
April
or lose it on
2023.
penalty.
That's what you guys said the last time you went.
Listen, our goal should be top 4. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not even looking at Europa. Right now, our goal is top 4. We cannot.
Guys,
It'll be a disgrace of a season.
Maranol,
It'll be a
we and Man
disgrace,
United,
man.
every trophy we're touching, we're going for. We're going for the Champions League,
You're already out of
I said it in my chest.
Listen, SHEGZ, there's a fine line between how you support Man United and how I support Man United. Don't put me in the same boat, bro. I'm trying to be realistic and set expectations, man.
Maranol, that's wrong. Look, now we're going for the treble, mate. You just haven't seen it.
Which trouble?
I'll tell you about my trouble. Hold on. We're going for the Champions League.
Yeah, listen. SHEGZ.
And what's the third one?
Their trouble is top 6 and 2 signings.
Look, guys, we're going.
SHEGZ about to get me in the mud, man, with this hype, with this passion, this passion and history.
Yeah,
no.
The only treble you're getting is the note you reach when you sing "Glory, Glory, Man United." That's the only treble.
No. I am actually completely joking. I think that we can't actually.
Oh yeah, we guessed that.
Oh, thank you, SHEGZ. You scared me for a bit, man. I was about to disown you, bro.
Come on, no, it's really not going to happen. I think we'd be lucky if we get top 4. I think the teams around us are looking, and I don't even mean necessarily like the Arsenals. I mean like Leicester, Wolves, like Villa. Like these guys are just they're doing something in this like mid-table.
United are going to end top 4.
I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. But those guys are doing real bits. I think that they're scary. I'm not really scared of the Arsenal and Liverpool, arguably Chelsea, because I feel like those guys are mainstays. Everybody else, I feel like the gap between us is so tiny between the rest of the next like 5-6 teams. I know points-wise there might be a bit of a gap, but the way we drop points like crazy.
What about Spurs?
Yeah, you guys
and Spurs exactly.
I'm like, what the heck?
No. Yeah. I just forgot to say their name, but yeah, Spurs are definitely up there. So like, if we're actually gonna make top 4 realistically, I really honestly don't know because it's so competitive. It is so competitive. Mm-hmm. I think the only flyers are like Chelsea. I think are in a league of their own, and then there's like us. There's Liverpool and Man City on top. But I think
were you about to say Arsenal?
No.
Were you about to say Arsenal?
No.
Next season he will. Yeah.
He
was going to speak from his heart, and then he's like, "No, just speak from my mind."
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like SHEGZ has a soft spot for Arsenal, just like I have a soft spot for Conte.
I do, of course I do.
Not Conte, just say it in the chest, bro. Say Spurs.
Conte. The funny thing
from the chest.
Jithin's the smartest guy here, though, because Chelsea, like Tottenham, might make their way up. So if Tottenham gets up to 3rd, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, Tottenham." And if Chelsea stays at 3rd,
I said it once, I'll say it again. Spurs are dead. They're a dead team.
No.
Like every
you know what?
Every time you say that about a team, they start shooting up. So like,
no,
they just got battered.
Not even one goal scored against us. What kind of Spurs is that?
Yeah. Look. Chelsea are clearly a league above. No. Chelsea are honestly a league above, and we'll say that with our chest.
International break, post-international break. Mr. Reece James is set to be back, and
scary times. Scary times.
I'm more concerned about your striking situation, but I'll be honest with you because none of the goals are coming down the middle. That's my concern.
Maranol, that's the beauty of the Chelsea system. The striker's not scoring, but they're still up there. It's mad.
But they spent 100 million on him, bruv.
And look, to Chelsea's billionaire Roman Abramovich, that's pocket change, mate. He's like, it's casual stuff. Like, it's okay. We take some L's. And he's like, look, I hope Lukaku comes good, but if he doesn't, I'll play bloody Havertz there. Obviously, Havertz costs 72 million as well, so he's no like cheapskate either. But it's still like, look, at the end of the day, they're Chelsea and they've got the money.
No, they are. Listen, they are a strong squad. I just think they could actually. They're so close to going to the next level. Last season, we expected them to go to that higher level, and everybody expected.
They won Champions League.
Lukaku,
they got to that level, bro.
Yeah, I know. What I meant is go ahead.
Let me go. Exactly what SHEGZ said. Right after that game against was it Porto?
Yeah.
Juventus. Oh, Juventus. The minute Chilwell got injured.
Yep.
I swear that was our downfall. Hands down.
Yeah, him and Jake.
The most
course.
James, and then the whole midfield went. The whole midfield.
No. For me, more than James was when Chilwell got injured. That went us down, and then obviously COVID hit and everything. But I feel that position could just never be replaced till date. We're struggling on the left side. We're struggling. It's a joke.
And we still haven't made a sign.
Alonso play. It's a joke seeing Cho play there. You know, as left back. I'm not talking about attack. Cho has had some good games. I'm not going to lie, but he's had some pathetic games as well. So I'm going to let that go. But I think Chilwell was our crucial turning point in this season for me personally as a Chelsea supporter.
So I liked how you guys looked. Was it against Tottenham? I think when you played a back four, where you played like 4 centre backs pretty much. You played like
4-2-2-2. I think it looked like a 4-2-2-2.
But you know what? Tuchel has tweaked these systems. Like even though it's like a back four, it's still not a back four because like the left back plays pretty much as a wing back. And the three kind of move into like
they slide across. Yeah. They slide across to cover the space, and your central midfielder sits deeper.
Yeah, and this 4-2-2-2 things that he does with like wide wingers, a wide Ziyech has this like deep lying winger role. Like it's not even a wing back role, right? It's sort of like he plays these long balls or those passes from like a deep right
deep
back
lying position,
but he doesn't do as much defensive work. Like he does the pressures and stuff. He still has like Azpilicueta or someone covering him to do like that right back position, and that's like the ideal position for a player like Ziyech. If you watch him, like even when he played at Ajax,
that was his position.
Yeah, because his vision, his
and he's been amazing.
Yeah, his set piece and his vision for like long ball play is amazing.
And also he's got an absolute magical left foot.
Yeah, like he can pick passes really well.
Exactly. So I said it. I actually thought you guys would say, "Oh yeah, he's shooting from the last game." No, his passing, something else with that left foot, something else.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
And that's my thing. Like you guys were so good. I thought once Lukaku came, you guys would go to that Man City level. But like you guys are good, but I just feel like you're not that as close as we expected at the start of the season. Do you see what I mean? Like I thought once Lukaku came in, you guys would be okay. It's like City, Chelsea, Liverpool. But I just feel that you guys are not getting enough from your front. All right. I don't think you're getting enough from Lukaku.
Man, all of them.
Whoever plays up front. And I think for me, that's what I meant by the separation from the top tier teams and you guys is literally someone to pick up the scoring in the middle. Because if Lukaku scored a couple of chances against Tottenham, he missed like a couple easy balls. Like somebody crossed the ball and he totally missed the ball. Like he needs to be taking his chances, you know? And that's what I mean by you guys make just taking those goals, like someone who's clinical up front, bruv. Like, listen, like you guys would be dangerous, but you guys are so close.
That's like one way of looking at it. You see, the one I see with Lukaku, yes, he missed a lot, but he was always there. And that's key. So, like, we looked at, what's his name last season? Their striker, the little one. Werner was similar as well. You know, he was always there. So they've got good strikers. Just somehow it's like the last like
no.
But
it's a good striker.
The difference is that you don't have Lukaku does not have has as much time. He's double the price of what Werner costs, right? He doesn't have. He was expected to hit the ground running, and Chelsea compete for the title. That's the difference.
He did hit the ground 100.
He hit the ground running, and then he had an injury. Where we're still only half a season in. Now that we say that, there are high expectations of him because of his price tag and what he was brought in to do. And then he just messed up everything with this interview and whatever. He's just like thrown a spanner in the works.
So would you guys pick up anyone in this window, by the way?
No,
just the left back, which we won't.
No, none like a left back is going to come in unless someone goes out.
I think you need a left back. I think you need a left back.
A left back is going to come.
Left back or left wing back?
Left wing back, yeah.
I think what's really quite scary about this window is that Man City has been deadly silent.
They don't need anyone.
Who do they need? They signed that guy.
Alvarez,
but loan them back out. Yeah, but
because they don't need anyone, right?
Yeah, they don't need
anyone. But no, you say that, but they still don't have a striker, guys.
They don't need
a striker. Have you seen the play,
SHEGZ? So having said that, I want you to say that. So now, does Chelsea need a striker?
Bro, they're playing this system for 5 years.
Yeah, man. They're playing a different system. That's what I think.
Exactly.
Like Tuchel is not even has just completed 1 year. Think about it. And
Exactly.
the signings are like not like 1 year and a half or whatever, right? They haven't had
SHEGZ.
that time to like. Obviously, they have to do better, but they still like if you're comparing them to like a City or a Liverpool, they haven't been playing that system consistently.
No.
They've been playing completely different systems.
100%. But I think also the key thing was the injuries that Chelsea had
Yeah.
when they pretty much lost their whole midfield.
The midfield was the thing because it threw
gone.
everything off balance. Yeah,
it was all gone. You know, so I think that was I think Chelsea are at that level. I think it's just they had unfortunate injuries and COVID and all the other disruptions, and that's what caused them to like slip off.
Yeah.
But I think Chelsea are actually up there with
100%. They were there at the start. They were there at the start of the season, and then all these like Chilwell, James, all those guys going down, and the whole midfield, as you said. So they were up there until that happened, and they just you lose 1 point, you lose one game, and City just takes over. Like that's how it happens every single season.
SHEGZ, just one thing about the system of City and system of Chelsea. I think the system of Tuchel, he loves playing like down the wings a lot more. And for that, maybe you need someone in the middle, like your striker, holding the ball so everyone can kind of run across them. And I think if they had someone who's able to control the ball better, the link-up play would be a lot more better for them. It would be a lot more fluid to a certain aspect, because I think that's the big difference with the two systems. City is more like the wing backs passes in, passes wide. It's all triangles within the box. I think Tuchel is more about a ball directly to the striker, right? Hold the ball, link up with the winger who's running across, or link up with the wing back who's coming on the left side. And I think a better player like that would get a lot more, a better tune out of the system. So I'm just looking, listen, Chelsea will always, right now, they are a solid team. I just think that they're not getting enough for the expectation that should be set on them for how much they invested in the squad in the summer.
But Liverpool plays the same system too, right? Like, is their wingers scoring all of the goals? It's not like
for me, and Firmino comes really deep, and that's the style he likes to play. Firmino comes really, really deep in that system. So I get what you're saying, but did they spend 100 million on Firmino?
But Liverpool play a very like a narrow system with their inverted fullbacks.
Very narrow.
Yeah, but Chelsea play a wide system. Like their fullbacks play really wide. They stretch like the other.
Liverpool's width comes from their wingbacks.
Yeah, exactly. So they're both inverted, and like even Salah, Mane, like they're inverted wingers.
Yeah.
Like they make they don't like go off to the byline or whatever you call it. But anyway, going back to what was I saying? The Spurs, the Spurs Chelsea game. What did you guys think of? What are you guys' thoughts on 3 straight losses? Conte to Tuchel, not a single goal scored.
Jithin. I think it's such an emotional thing why Spurs lose. I feel they're just scared of Chelsea. I feel it's a London derby that affects them.
Spurs has one win against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in 30 years.
Because see, the game against Leicester, like you wouldn't expect Spurs to fight back like that to get 2 goals in like 2 minutes. So I expected them to come with their attitude, that power to come and play against, especially the Premier League. It's not the Carabao Cup. Oh my God, I don't want to abuse on YouTube, but it's okay. I'll let it go.
I told you it was the battle of the bottlers.
But when you see it, I just feel like they get nervous playing against Chelsea. And I think it's a very emotional London derby thing that it gets to their head.
I'm telling you.
Exactly. No, guys. For the squad and what Conte pulled off against Chelsea, I actually think he did a miraculous job.
He had Skip, Winks, and freaking Højbjerg in midfield, bruv. That's dead, bruv.
Exactly.
I told you guys, the squad is dead. It's only Kane and Son, man. These guys are pulling this team.
And there's Lucas Moura. Lucas
Moura shows up like for 2 games in 10 games.
It's okay as long as he shows up when it's important, right? So
you can't rely on him. Is my point. Like Kane and
no.
Players you can rely on.
I'm with you.
I'm fully with you. And Lloris
also off late has been very sketchy. Man.
Because the defense has been shit in front of him, bro.
Yeah,
the defense in Spurs defense is terrible.
Guys, I think after this window, after the summer window, I think you're going to see a new Tottenham. Because I think they're going to splash the cash. And then it's going to be a new team.
I don't think Conte is going to say attracting those players is another thing. I don't think they're going to be able to attract their first choice target.
I mean, Adama Traore didn't want to go to freaking Tottenham, man.
Yeah,
it's because he didn't want to play wing back. No, but it makes sense. Like it's not because he didn't want to go. It's because I don't want to go and be running up and down.
So you think he's gonna play in Barca? Where do you think he's gonna start, man?
Yes, of course he is. He's gonna play on the wing, without a shadow of a doubt. Do you know how big Traore is? No, guys. Traore was
doesn't matter how big you are, bro.
No, hold on, mate. Traore was bullying the Premier League. He's going to blood clot Spain, bruv.
So why is he not starting? Why is he not starting for Wolves? Why is he not starting for Wolves? Why is he not starting for Wolves?
The problem with Traore is his end game. He doesn't have an end game.
Exactly.
His end game is really bad. Okay? And he puts in a lot of effort during his games physically. He puts in a lot of effort, running up and down, uses his body. Everything is there, but at the end, when he reaches, if he has to pass, if he has to score a goal, he doesn't know what to do.
He's a very one-dimensional player, man. Like all he does is
he's like a poor man's Antonio.
His whole game is take on.
No, stop.
Like he'll just.
Yeah, he's a poor man's Antonio. Let's just be honest.
I won't take that from you.
He's a poor man's Antonio.
I won't take it from you, mate. No, I'm sorry, I won't take it.
Antonio.
No,
baby oil Traore, bro. Baby oil. He always puts baby oil on his arms and everything, bro.
Antonio's
it's because of injuries, that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Antonio is a better player. Of course he is. That's what I'm saying. He's poor man's Antonio.
No. I don't actually believe so. I think he needs the right coach. I think
he's
with
Bobby
the right
Lashley,
coach,
bro. He's Bobby Lashley from the WWE, bro.
Yeah.
but
I think Adama to Barcelona, I'm really puzzled about that because Barcelona play such possession-based football.
100, bro.
100 and run and cross into the box. That's all that Traore does.
Exactly. That's all.
That's my other worry.
Which is why I'm very interested. I'm very interested where he's going to play in Barcelona. I'm so interested. Like, is he going to move to a striker? Is it like I'm actually so interested because I don't think he's a tiki-taka man. So,
but his finishing is also so poor, man.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Guys. That's what we said about Antonio when he was playing bloody right back, and then he moved to right wing, and then he moved now to centre forward.
But Antonio proved it. This guy's had numerous chances. He just can't finish.
He's had all the chances.
Yeah, it's not that he hasn't been in position. He's just not done it.
Yeah, you're right.
Man's been in the gym, bro, for the past.
He doesn't go to the gym, mate. That's the thing.
Barcelona's
Nigel De Jong.
Luke De Jong.
Luke. Sorry. I'm getting the names wrong today, man.
Derek De Jong is the striker.
Yeah, and you got Frankie too, right? Frankie and Luke.
They have Ferran Torres, no?
Now they got Fernando.
Yeah, and they added Ferran Torres, yeah.
Well, it's going to be
and they're trying to get Morata also, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't think Atletico is going to sell them to Barcelona. I don't think
it's going to be Aubameyang, man. It's going to be Oba.
They're trying to get so he's definitely not playing striker then.
Yeah.
No, he won't play striker.
Yeah. I don't know.
But listen, back to the point of back to the point of the Chelsea and Spurs game, man. I don't know how long Conte might be at Spurs, man. He looked defeated.
You guys. I'm telling you,
he looks so defeated,
he's
man, and that's my concern.
Frustrated.
You can see it in his post game. He's like, he looks like, bruv, I got a shit team.
Yeah.
I need help, kind of deal. Like I've never seen him so deflated. I actually saw him deflated.
He didn't even want to go to Spurs,
concern, man.
He didn't even want to go to Spurs in the first place.
I don't know.
The way things are going, he won't stay very long.
Would you guys be open to taking him back in June if he's available, United fans?
Yes.
Yeah, but they won't do that. They won't do
we need someone who like lets the players know that he's in charge, you know, and it's not just vibes. Gets a system in place, gets us playing solid defensively. Which, in fairness to Ralph, we have been improving steadily the past few games, just in possession and control. But no, listen, I would definitely I think Conte is a top coach, man. He's a top coach. At the end of the day, you want results, you get a top coach. And Conte gets results, period.
Man, more than that, he's at the I think he's at the peak of his career. He's he's an in-form coach. He's just come off a title win from Italy, and that's why he wanted the United job. Everything was set for him, man.
Man.
And everything. If he took that job,
I don't know why we didn't bite on that. I think till today, I'd love to sit with Woody or one of those other pricks and speak to them and yo, mate, what happened? Why didn't you sign Conte?
No, they were afraid. They couldn't control him with his demands and everything.
That's very easy to say on our side. But I believe there were other constraints that we're not aware of because it was the dumbest thing.
Because he was
his
Mourinho profile, man, and they know what happened with Mourinho. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but except this guy has won every season he's been anywhere.
Our club wants puppets, bro.
And Mourinho has been losing since a long time now. So I hear you. It's combative, but Conte is not the same level of combative. Like he gets results.
Listen. Conte is pretty combative, bro.
Oh no,
like,
no. I mean, yeah. He's a nut job, but he gets results. And that's the key thing.
Man, imagine
Mourinho hasn't got results.
He joined United and he got into a fight with Ronaldo. What would have happened?
Bro, what do you mean
Perfect.
Mourinho didn't get results? Mourinho got 3 trophies, bro. Like, people need to put respect on Mourinho's name, yeah?
I agree.
There's a lot of United fans who throw, Mourinho's name around
bro.
like he's... No, not you, bro. I'm just saying in general. There's a
no.
lot of United fans...
I throw his name in the mud. No. But
yeah,
I'll tell you why. Yes, he won the trophies with us, but my guy screwed up the squad. He was fighting with Pogba. He was fighting on the training ground. He was fighting with everybody.
Listen, man, but that's what happens, man. Listen, that's what he does. And looking at it deeper, all right? Looking at it deeper, what he was trying to say, a good club will not be with player power, all right? They will support the coach in implementing whatever philosophy he needs to do. So, yes, it wasn't right, but I understand what he was trying to implement. He was trying to implement some discipline and structure in the dressing room, like our players are so player power. Like you saw what happened as soon as Ole left with all the BS that was happening right after we left, because there's so much player power in the club. And if the players are running the club, what's the point of having a coach if the players go directly to the board and the board is with the players rather than the coach? That is what I believe happened with Mourinho. Was he right? No, I'm not saying he was perfect. I'm not saying Mourinho is perfect. However, we need to respect. We have more respect for Ole for not winning shit than for Mourinho for getting us 3 trophies, man. Like, that's mad. That's mental, bro.
But the one you said about the press and United, look, for me, that's just as much trash as anything else. I don't know what is true or what is not, to be honest, with those reports. Because, the English press are notorious for talking nonsense. Like, they'll just make things about it thin air, and then they just all keep running with it, and then everybody thinks, oh, believe it. Meanwhile, the players are like, nah, bro, like, we're chilling, like, we're happy. Like, Fred even came out. He was like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm happy here. Like, these guys.
Bro, there's no smoke without a fire. They can say
no. There is.
No,
in the United Kingdom, mate.
They can come
I'll tell you that for free. I'll tell you that for free, bro. In the United Kingdom, there's all the smoke. There's all the without fire all the time because these guys need to sell newspapers. Like, the Sun perpetually talks trash. Like, they are known for talking trash.
Okay, but if you're reading the Sun, you're doing something wrong.
Exactly. But look, they're still making money. They're still in business. So clearly, people are believing them. So, but honestly, when it comes to the press in the UK, take it with a very, very thin pinch of salt. Like, I'm not sure how much of it is actually true. So Chelsea are not making any signings. City haven't made any signings. Liverpool haven't made. They signed that winger, right?
They signed,
yes, that's it, man. That's it. He was supposed to go to Spurs, and Spurs lost on him.
Porto, right? That's the guy from Porto, correct?
Yeah, man. I started watching him when I was watching the Copa America. Like, was it last year? The Copa
Libertadores.
Argentina won.
Yeah.
No, Copa America.
Libertadores.
Copa America. Colombia. This guy was sick.
Yeah,
man.
he's fighting smoke.
But he plays Mane's position, so I don't know how they're gonna
I'm sure they can figure something.
Klopp will figure that out.
But he's a baller, man. He's really good.
Wow.
I think this signing is in anticipation of losing either Mane or Salah. Honestly, I think that's what's happening.
I don't think Salah is gonna leave anywhere. At least
maybe Mane.
Mane, maybe yes, but Salah, I don't think so.
Salah, let's see. I mean, if he gets what he wants.
Yeah.
No, he's pretty clear about he wanting to be there.
He's clear about that.
There's also the contract.
Yeah, he was clear, but he said they know what I want. Like, they know what I want. He said that.
And you know what? To be fair, he deserves it. I don't care. You splash the cash on that guy. He's the best player in the world right now. You pay him what he wants.
However, kid, where's the point where like Ferguson, for example, used to do it really well. He would get rid of players before they were on a downward spiral almost, And other than Ronaldo, like, he was very good with that. I just think Salah and Mane have almost hit their peak because now they've been doing it for 3 years. I think Liverpool needs to get rid of them and get some new people in there fresh. but because I think they're about to hit their peak and then it's just gonna flatline.
I think just Mane. I think
Salah. I think Salah is still. Salah.
How many more years will you give Salah?
2 years.
All of them.
2. Exactly.
2 years easy.
At least 2.
2 years. And
I don't think they.
Do you think they'll recoup
not about
any money for him? I don't think they will.
Contracts. I'm saying, how long will Salah perform at at this peak, at this level?
I think max another year.
He looks like a very fit player to be honest.
He is fit.
He has a while left in him. I think he has a while left.
I
think he has another year left, man. Honestly,
he's having buttloads of kubus, bro, for dinner. Kubus and freaking Lebanon stuff, yo, mate.
No.
Look, Salah hit his stride late. He hit his stride late.
Yeah, and even 2 years later, you'll still make money on him. You will still make the money on Salah.
You think so?
I think Salah's the type of player you keep for as long as you can keep him. Like there's no point making money with him. First of all, he seems like just a genuinely nice guy. Second, he's gonna sell all the jerseys regardless of how long he goes.
Just because he's a nice guy, you don't keep him, bro.
The problem is
he's the best player in the world.
He's the best player in the world too.
He is. No, I put my hands up to that. I think right now, him and Benzema and Lewandowski are like up there.
So if you were a Liverpool fan, or if he was a player of your club, there's no way you'd want him to leave. Even if he's just got 1 more year in him, there's no way you'd want him to leave.
But where is he going to go? There's nowhere for him to go, man. The only place he could have gone was Madrid, and Madrid already getting Mbappe and Haaland and God knows who else. Where is he going to go?
We don't know that for sure, mate. Look, I'll be honest with you, I don't know that for sure. We don't know if he's going to Real Madrid. For Real Madrid signing Haaland and Mbappe. I think they'll sign. I think they'll sign one. Exactly. I think they'll sign one, but I don't think they'll sign both. I think that's ridiculous.
I think Haaland's going to be soon too. I don't know if
anything is possible with Madrid. If I'm being honest, these guys pull out funds out of nowhere even when they're broke.
Yeah, somebody text message Gilberto to ask him about if Mbappe is coming, man.
Mbappe is definitely going to Madrid. Mbappe, he wants to move. He wants to move. You know it.
The January depression for an Arsenal fan is just so real right now, though. Like the high hopes of getting all these players.
It's just a day. It's all right. We're almost through it.
Vlahovic, Bruno Gomes, all these things.
To be honest, I never thought that Vlahovic would ever come to Arsenal.
I didn't think so either. Because you guys were like, it'd be... No, I didn't think so.
No. Arsenal's a big club. Arsenal's a massive club, mate. I thought it definitely is going to come, bro. What do you mean? It's a massive club. We've lost an appeal. It's a big bad club.
No. So let me tell you why. Like, it was the hype. Like, these guys have the ambition. Even if he wasn't going to come, they have the ambition to splash that much money on a guy like him in January. They have the ambition to put money into this guy. And then you start seeing all these players go. You're like, yeah. There's definitely going to be someone coming in these positions to fill it in. Yeah, we're getting rid of what's his name, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So a midfielder is going to come, right? Because we have Partey and El Neni going to AFCON. We have all this stuff happening, and then just the days go on. You're like, why are all these depressing names that people are like, no one wants to sign being now linked with Arsenal? Why are we hearing all these stupid names? Oh my God. This is
I don't think it's now, man. It always is, though.
No, but it's worse. Like, after you have these, like, peak names, and then you have all these Arsenal fans tracking Isak's car around the stadium and stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Jeez.
We're going to get to tomorrow. We're going to lose Oba. We're going to lose Nketiah. We're going to have Lacazette as our only striker, and we're going to have no one else signing. And people are going to have to watch the bridges around the stadium. Because, like,
I still remember a few years ago at AFTV, they organized this whole event on deadline day. And they were interviewing people, and the hours are counting down. They're all at the bar waiting for news, and not one player.
Nothing.
Yeah. And then like, I guess the deadline day is over.
So because we've scored one goal in January against City. That's it. We played 4 games, okay, but we scored 1 goal. We lost to Liverpool. Well, we drew Liverpool. Our best performance was a 10-man performance against Liverpool.
Against City.
I think Arteta might do something special, you know. I think he might move Martinelli, play him up front, bring on what's his name, the young one who's been on the bench for a while now, the best left winger in the Premier League that you guys saw.
Oh yeah.
ESR. You can bring ESR to play left wing, and you never know. You never know what could happen. Like, Arteta's a magician, right? In Arteta, we trust in that.
We don't have any competitions left, so I can see that. But like one injury and it's just dead. One injury and it's done.
Yeah, but you guys are playing one game a week, bro. You
exactly. It's calm. He can put his philosophy. He can stamp
most of our players are making class. It's just
they cannot travel. They have to fly Emirates. They cannot avail the travel.
We had the ambition for top 4, but like if we don't sign at least a striker or something, if we don't sign one of those players, it's going to be ambitions for top 8 again.
Kunaal, can I ask you a very personal question, mate?
About myself?
Yeah, potentially. So,
sure.
Who do you reckon's a better club, Tottenham or Arsenal?
I mean, Arsenal. Why would you even ask that question?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Show me wait, I'll show you. Here, check out the trophy cabinet of Tottenham right now. This is the trophy cabinet of Tottenham. All right?
Yeah, but they have Conte, they have Kane, they have all of these guys. I reckon they're going to finish above you guys.
They might. That doesn't mean they're a better club.
Oh, I see. That's a lot of resignation. If you can submit to your neighbours finishing above.
Oh my days! What I'd give to see Arsenal finish above United this season.
I would not give very much, mate. I'll be honest.
I'd give it everything.
It's going to be peak by the time the end of the season comes.
This race for 4th is going to be ridiculous.
It's going to be.
It's going to be
the last month of the Premier League.
I just hope we're not in that race. I just hope we've secured that 3rd place, and then I don't want that stress.
What third, bro? We have to go for 2nd at least. Come on.
You're not getting 2nd.
We have to push.
What I mean is that top 3, 2nd, 3rd.
We're going to be fighting for 4th if we aim for 3rd. But it is what it is. Anyway, we'll wrap things up because we're over an hour now. Next week is FA Cup, I think, so we can just.
I'm gonna be sleeping.
That next week.
Wait, no. Before we go, can we talk about Ivan Toney saying, what he was saying in Dubai?
Yeah. He said
Arsenal should sign Ivan Toney.
I didn't follow that. What did he say?
Oh, so Ivan Toney is on holiday in Dubai. They said you should never get lost in the sauce with the women, but obviously he did. And he was there shouting, "Oh, fuck Brentford," because she said it first.
No, she asked him to say it, and he said it, and then big apology.
Yeah.
I think he contacted Bruno for an apology letter.
Oh, mate, it's trash, mate. You can't get lost in the sauce with women.
It's the modern day footballers, bro. They're different breeds.
Isn't he married?
Tony really did that.
Really
did that.
He did that.
What are you living in? Are you not on Twitter?
Oh shit! I didn't read this.
Are you guys
read it. Go read it. It's hilarious.
All over Twitter. Yeah, it's literally all over Twitter.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Yeah, you can watch it even.
I wanted to see the position and the amount he was compromised to say that. And you know what? It didn't take a lot. All she did was say F Brentford, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, Brentford," and I was like, "What?"
Anyway,
in his eyes though, he was glazed over.
And
he was glazed like a donut.
Mate, the first headline is Brentford's Ivan Toney issue apology as club investigates X-rated video from him.
X-rated? Oh my!
It's not X-rated.
What? No! Ivan Toney moving mad, bro. What's going on here?
Oh gosh. Anyway, okay, we'll wrap things up, guys. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll be back again next week. Peace and love. Stay safe.